Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Josh here for your midweek message. And we're not having sermon this week. We're having our Children's Day. And so we are wrapping up our kind of church year with our Sunday school. And our kids are going to do an excellent job having a play. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But if I was going to preach, the sermon would have been on John chapter 14, the continuation of last week's text. And it's a text where Jesus is talking to his disciples, and he's telling them that if you love me, you will keep my commandments, and that to be able to love, there's an active component in it. That it's not just you have to know Jesus, but you also have to act, and it's kind of a cart and horse situation. And I find that it's so true in our own lives that we tell lots of people we love them. We tell lots of people that we care about them, that, oh, you're so important to me. But the rubber meets the road whenever we do stuff for them. I remember a time when my wife and I were first dating, and I went out and I went on a trip, and we had been dating, I don't know, a couple months. And I brought her jewelry home because I was gone. And she was like, oh, thanks, yeah. And nothing. It wasn't like, I was thinking, she's really going to be excited because I bought her jewelry. That didn't do too much for her. But that same day, or that afternoon or evening, her vacuum cleaner broke. And I stopped whatever I was doing, and I fixed the vacuum. And we had to go to a vacuum store, and I had to get a part for it. Needed a new belt and something else. And you had thought I had hung the moon. You thought I had done some amazing thing, and all I had done was fix a vacuum cleaner. And she went on and on about it. And I said, I bought you jewelry, and you did nothing, and yet I just did this. And she's like, yeah, but I know you love me because you fixed it. And it's always stuck with me, that small thing, not because it's something about me, but about the fact that for some people that's how it works. And for Jesus, that's how it works, is that you can tithe and you can come to church and you can do the bare minimum all you want. You can give lip service all day long, but when you get down and you get your hands dirty and you fix something that's broken, and you really take time out of whatever you're doing and say, this is what matters right now because this is who I am as a person, it shows, and people are changed by that. People are impacted by that. That miracles don't happen on a grand scale, for the most part. I know that there's the parting of the Red Sea and these miraculous things, but if you look at all the miracles of Jesus, they're all small. They're all individual based. Granted, Lazarus raising from the dead is pretty big, but loaves and fishes, walking on water. They're all on a small scale, but those small little miracles grow and grow and grow into the point that it really affects change. And that's how people know that we are the people of Christ, that we have grown into a faith, and that faith is adaptive and changing. It's not that how can we change the world and make the world the kingdom of God? That's nice and all, but what it really boils down to is loving the people that are in front of us. And that if we love Christ, we express that by living out the tenets of love your neighbor as yourself, of turn the other cheek, of go the extra mile. That's of taking up, ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. It's living out those tenets each day, but living them out with love and getting our hands dirty. And that's something we don't like to talk about, because it's just easier just to come to church and write a check and go home and live like I want to live. The love of God is difficult, and it should bother us, and it should interrupt our day, because that's what real love is. When you love your kids, you just stop, you just do whatever, because they matter right then, no matter what happens. And how do we love God like that? How do we have opportunities in our own day, in our own life? Does God give us these opportunities where we can drop everything and say, I love God this much, and I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing in order to show the love of God to people? So I hope that helps, and I hope to see you on Sunday. God bless.